Good morning YouTube and welcome to another episode of What Has Cotney Fucked Today? Yep, it's back on the old drift bus again and well, an issue that could turn out to be terminal for it if I'm totally honest. I'm having some auto gearbox issues. Now this isn't the first car where I've fucking destroyed an auto box driving it like an asshole. So I'm leaning towards the fact that it's fucked. In this instance, I don't actually think it's my fault. We did a long slog the other day up I think it was a 10% hill for quite a way, and it didn't feel right after that. It felt like, I think what I've done is I've cooked the oil. Now yesterday, when you bang it in drive, you got diddly fucking shit out of it, and it's got to be honest, it did fuck all. So you put it in drive, and you're going to put your foot down, and it was like if you had a car with a slipping clutch. You'd all the revs, but it's hardly going. Once you got going, sound as a pound. Now, if I manually shifted it, first, second, third, like that, then it drove absolutely fine. So what I did was just chuck 2 litres of new fluid in it, like a dickhead. Totally overfilled it, and absolutely nothing happened. And I was like, well, why hadn't that fixed it? So then in the end, what I did was I spoke to a couple of people, did a lot of research, tried to fucking get some service parts. Couldn't get a new gearbox filter for it from anywhere. Nowhere could stock it, not even Jack Parts UK, anything. I couldn't find one. So I've gone with 5 litres of new fucking oil this morning. Apparently it holds 12 litres. I'm going to dump it all out of the fucking sump plug. Well, as much of it out of the sump plug as I can get out in one hit. Then I'm going to bang 5 litres of brand new oil in, which would have been on top of the 2 litres that was in there. I'm hoping for about a 50-50 mix of old and new oil. In that, I'm also hoping that fixes it. Now, you might think, well, that's a bit bollocks, that's not going to work. Well, yesterday evening, after I'd been on the internet for hours and I'd given up hope and I was getting ready to sell it, spares or repairs, I went outside to do the windows up and shit, and I thought, I'll just fucking try it, see what happens. Banged it in drive, and she was absolutely faultless, and it really was. It was just like she normally was. I was like, that's puzzling. So I rang my mate Fat Rick, had a little chat with him a bit because he knows more about fucking auto boxes and things than I do. Because like auto box, I can't do. I've successfully fixed one in my whole entire life, which is Jatco auto box on a Rover 75. Sorry, some dodgy looking fucking crackhead cunt. Anyway, yeah, which was on a Rover 75. And all I basically did then was I took that apart, found a part that looked like the same part that I just bought, and then replaced it. Seemed to fucking work. So yeah, the wife's actually on her way home from work, so she's going to go and pick up some ATF Dextron 2 goes in this bitch. Like 32 quid for about 5 litres. So not the end of the world if it doesn't work. But if it doesn't work, this video will soon be turning from a what did Cotney fuck to rip the stereo out, rip the air ons off, rip the coilovers off, the rear water squirter kit, and weigh it in video. Which would be a fucking shame because I spent a lot of time and money on this bus. And I do quite like it. But, on a plus side, if I get rid of it, I'm going to buy a fucking Beamer, so, you know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably ruin a Beamer too. Yeah, straight pipe it, dump it, all that fuck, you know what I mean? But still, that's probably what I'll do. Yeah, so I'll get all my gear ready, fucking get sorted out, and then I'll bring you lot back when I'm basically got her in the air enough that I can get underneath to undo that fucking bolt to let the shit out, and then yeah, we'll see where we're at, see what colour the oil is, see how much it get out, and then see where we go from here. Okay, so I got my Dextron 2, 5 litres. Cut myself up a doodah. Chucked it on the jack not very safely. And now I need to get on the rear. Find where the sump plug is for the gearbox. Don't actually know where it is offhand. I think I've spied it. I don't know what size it is. Gonna have a look. Like, gonna go and undo that fucker, drain out until that's full. If any more than that comes out is in there, then yeah, I don't know. But this hopefully is going to end up working out to being like a 40% fluid change, which should improve or fix the problems that I've been having, and tell me whether it really was bad oil or whether I needed a new gearbox. And as I said, if it's a new gearbox, it's off to the scrappers. So yeah, I'll get cracked on anyway, and I'll bring you back when I've got some of this oil out so you can have a look, see what the colour of it. Bear in mind I put 2 litres of brand new oil in it yesterday, so it might be a slight red tinge to it now, but I doubt it. Okay, so that's approximately 4 litres, 5 litres ish of the transmission fluid removed from the automatic transmission on the bus, and as you can see, she is black as fuck, and it stinks. It smells really, really cooked. So I dare say that happened on the hill the other day. I reckon it's been going for a while, and I needed to do it, but lazy bastard. Yeah, and I think that finally did it in for it. So fingers crossed, this is gonna fucking work. Right now I'm going to take off my overalls and shit, and because the rest of the work's got to be done inside the car under the front seat and with it running and stuff. I won't be able to film any of this because it's like a pain in the ass. I might see if I can get a kid to film a little bit so you can see, but yeah, it's going to take me a good hour or so, I reckon, to get that new fluid back in. So yeah, I'll get a kid to film in a minute, and I'll show you the score Georgie doors. It'll be a right sound. Alright, so if you didn't know, under the seat here, on the passenger side, engine oil, obviously fucking marked. And you got a red fucker if you've got an auto like mine. And that's the auto transmission fucking dipstick thing. To check the level on this, you're supposed to start the engine and then check it. And then there's 2 levels, a hot level and a cold level. We're not going to worry about that in a minute, because I'm basically just putting back in what I took out. Yeah, because I think that's where my issue's at with like needing new fluid. But this is also the only point. Fucking bollocks. There you go. You can get fluid into the gearbox. So I've got a little bit of crap hose. This was attached to a funnel, but the funnel fucked. I'm going to get a jug. I'm going to pour some ATF in the jug, and then I'm going to sit here with that poked down there, in there, slowly pouring ATF in at a rate of whatever that is. It's going to be a cunt. First things first, like, I'm going to go and just top up a few litres without starting her up, like, because I don't know how empty it is. I think it's got 12 litres in the cunt. I could be fucking wrong. But yeah, I might get a kid to do some filming, like, and you can see how happy I am at the job I'm doing. But yeah, I'll bring you back. Right, so this is going to be me for the next probably fucking hour. It's pretty dog shit. But there's no other way around it. I don't have no fancy pumping mechanism, so this is the way to do it. So I'll bring you back when I get the car started and get to that stage of filling. At that, right in a minute, I'm just getting a couple of litres in the cunt to make sure that it don't destroy itself when I start it, to try and put the rest in, because you have to have it running to make sure it's pumping it around the full system to get the correct level, apparently. Learning more about automatic transmissions every fucking day, it would seem. So yeah, I'll get this done. We'll bring you back shortly. Well, this ain't a good sign. I'm sat in the office and I'm on the PC, trying to find solutions to my problem, which doesn't involve me getting rid of this bus. This doesn't seem to have fixed it. I'm having 10 minutes and then I'm going to go back out. I'm going to fucking fanning around with it again. But I removed 4 litres, I've added 4 litres. It's still driving like it's low on fluid, but I'm fairly confident it's now over full. So fuck knows. Fuck knows. That's what I'm saying, fuck knows. I don't know how good a view that is, so we'll just have to work with that. I was on the internet reading through some stuff. Apparently there's a little computer that controls the gearbox on this that they said was at fault, possibly underneath the dash on the passenger side. I couldn't find one. Then it says something about 3 wires in the gearbox coming outside of the gearbox, so sometimes like get caught when it's been serviced or whatever you're on. Now my bus hasn't been serviced by a garage or anything or whatever, but I do work under there. But it's ridiculously low. So I thought, oh, maybe I have snagged something. I can't find anything wrong there neither. So I thought, right, let's go and have a look, see how much the dipstick's reading. Now the dipstick's, I think it's reading too much oil. I was like, oh yeah, great. So yeah, I thought, fuck it, I'll start it up and see what happens. It worked. Now when I left it, I tried shifting through all the gears and what have you, and it just wasn't working. It just wasn't working right. L, then second were L was selecting properly, reverse was selecting properly, but second and drive they were already in their gears, like they were already in second or drive. It was like not pulling away properly. I was like, what the fuck? I couldn't figure it out. So I went inside, as you know, and got mad, read a load of shit on the internet, come outside to check that out, and it's fixed itself. So that's where I'm at with that at the minute. Yeah, I don't know exactly. I suppose I've got to do some sort of testing to see whether it really truly is fixed. Well, at the minute, the wife's asleep because we had a night shift last night, and I've got all the kids and stuff. So I'm going to have a little bit of fucking lunch, and then I'm going to go and wake the wife up, see if she's going to wake up for an hour or so. And then I'll have to see what Scottish Georgie does with this, and then finish this whole video off, which seems to be a success. I mean, if this has fixed it, I'm keeping the bus, there's no problems there. Although I was having problems trying to source service parts for this bus, for example the gearbox filter, that I can't get anywhere, not even Japan Parts UK, or ODoc, or any of these newfangled things, Eurocar, nowhere, can't get it. You know what I mean? And people who did list the right one, not in stock, and the only other one I could find was one for a Toyota Hi-Ace van that was in Australia, which apparently had the same gearbox, which I believe is a A45DE. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, but I believe that's the same gearbox as this, and that one, yeah, but they wanted like £50 nearly in postage from Australia, and that's going to take like 3 weeks or so, and I can't wait 3 weeks for a motherfucking filter from a thing. So I'm going to run it as it is for now, see what happens. So we'll get to testing after I've had a bit of lunch, and then we'll see where we're going on from there. Well, I'm not very happy with that. It pulled off first, absolutely perfect in drive, and I was convinced it was fixed. As soon as I started trying to select other gears, it's dicking about again. I'll show you what it's doing. I've actually got to close that door up. Right, if I select drive here, now watch the rev counter, and well, you'll hear the exhaust. And they're not pulling off anywhere, but if you bang it in reverse, you will see. Woo! Yes, she flies in reverse. Does the same in low as well. It's still acting like a low fluid issue, but I'm fairly convinced it's got too much in the cunt. I'm going to stick more in. But yeah, this might be the end of the old drift bus. And be the end of the project car for a little while till I can afford to get something else together. But yeah, it'd be a shame, but that might just have to be how it is. Fuck it. Well, that's me severely pissed off. I don't know where I left you, but it's not working. I've now got fluid pissing out somewhere. Seems to be inside the bell housing. Yeah, it's done something. Something's done. It's gone. It's done. That's it. Auto boxes is the only thing I can't fix. I don't have the tools, the know-how, the equipment, the engine lift, the car lift, fucking hell, gearbox, fucking anything to do with it. I just can't do it, and I just can't afford to pay anybody else to do it. I do YouTube basically for fun. I don't get paid for this shit, so that's me absolutely cream cracker. So I'm guessing I'm going to take all my stereo and shit and the coilovers and that off and scrap it and be carless for a while, which is going to be absolutely fucking devastating because, like, with my dodgy knee, my car's my legs. Yeah, fucked. So yeah, if you like the video, you know what I mean, probably do, like my fucking, the demise of the drift bus, give it a thumbs up. If not, bollocks, all that crap. Yeah, catch you next time. Go fuck yourself. Cheers.